When I was in middle school, I only lived about a block away from the school. This made it easy to get to school without needing a ride, but this also made it easy to hang out with my friends. After school, the same group of guys would come over to my house almost every day. Mitch, Cam, Grayson, Connor, and Jake. We would always do one thing, and that was bike. It wasn't always like that though. Before then, we would walk for literally miles to go to McDonald's, eat some nuggets, and come back. It was slow, it was tiring, and it was very annoying. One day though, I was able to get my hands on a bike. And I realized, well, wait a second. How did I not think about this sooner? I immediately told my friends to bring their bikes next time, and they did exactly that. All it took was one ride around town to realize that this was our life now. For months and months, we biked every corner of this town. We would bike together in a pack while I had my speaker in my backpack, and we would all sing along to the music as we passed by people. Come and get your love. Come and get your love. In our town, we quickly got recognized as the biker gang. We would walk into our favorite restaurant near my house, Village Pie, and immediately all the moms hanging around the door would be like, "Ooh, look, it's the biker gang." Nah, we're not a biker gang. Well, we're definitely we are a biker gang. We biked so much, yes. However, of course, it wasn't the only thing we did. There was so much more to this group of friends. First of all, we had a name for ourselves. We called ourselves the Hatera Gang, but most of the time we just referred to ourselves as the THG. We had been together for years. Some people had come and gone in the group, but at the end of the day, we were the last people standing. Of course, we had an iMessage group chat with each other. In that iMessage, we would have so many mind-numbing interactions. Y'all going to the Christmas party?
Yeah.
Okay, we need to bring the literal stupidest, most ridiculous gifts imaginable.
All right, I'll get a saxophone with gift certificates to the local saxophone training man.
I got my gifts.
Oh my gosh, Connor.
He only teaches you how to play the 2.5 Men theme song because that's all he knows.
I hate you all with a burning passion unmatched.
We would also use the group chat to plan out when we were gonna do stuff. I would usually ask if people could come over, and they would either say yes or can't. Jake was really bad about saying can't. In middle school, he hung out with us all the time. But then he got a girlfriend. We barely saw that man at all during his time with that girl. We would be sitting at Village Pie eating, and I'd be like, all right, so I had this really cool idea for next weekend. What if we played the BYF bowl games all in one day, and we did a live...
Can't.
What do you mean you can't?
Can't. Hanging out with Gabby.
You're always hanging out with Gabby.
Jake, you have got to have a good balance.
I do have good balance. I hung out with her today, too, along with y'all.
We haven't seen you in 3 weeks.
What about the weekend after that, Jake? Can you do that?
Can't.
What about the next one?
Can't.
The next one?
Can't.
What? When we would actually manage to get everyone together, we would do, as guys do, ridiculous things. One night, Grayson, Jake, and I were sitting on countertops in the kitchen, bouncing a bouncy ball around the room. We kept passing it around, and it was pretty obviously dangerous.
Y'all, you guys are gonna break something.
Yeah, probably.
One more bounce. One more bounce.
All right, right here. I think it was actually the next day when we were all sitting around watching some football. Kentucky was playing Missouri, and we were rooting for Kentucky. At the same time, Iowa was playing Penn State, and we were really rooting for Iowa. We were just switching through the games, and Connor was just sitting in the back minding his own business when...
Iowa and Kentucky. 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 Iowa and Kentucky.
There was also this one time where we decided that we should make a cake, but we couldn't look up ingredients and we were making it completely by scratch. We went up and got the ingredients we thought we needed, came back, and began. We felt like big boy chefs putting that cake together, and finally we were able to put it in the oven. A staggering 30 minutes later, we took the thing out and decided we needed people to test it out. We called up some of our girlfriends to try it out, and sure enough, they showed up to give it a try. So we sat them down, provided them their feast, and...
Why is it so dense?
It's cake. Eat the cake. Don't you like cake, Natalie?
Okay.
We had forgotten some ingredient that prevented the cake from being a giant dense sponge, so our bad. As a group of friends, we really did love each other. We were there for each other and we backed each other up. We had our fights, we had our disagreements, but we always fought through them and came back together. I remember sitting at lunch one day during our sophomore year of high school, seeing all of us laugh and cut up with each other, and I thought, these are my brothers. There isn't anything that can tear us apart. was a sophomore in high school, I had near to no experience talking to girls. Well, I guess that's kind of a lie. I had experience, it just wasn't really good experience. I had been rejected, ghosted, and even mocked. My luck was pretty bad, but thankfully, I wasn't the only one out of my friends that had pretty bad luck. In elementary school, my buddy Grayson really liked my cousin Ella. Cam was dating Ella and had been dating her for a very long time, and obviously Grayson did not like this very much. One day, Grayson decided that he was going to try to change this.
Ella, I love you.
Okay.
So they just start dating and Cam doesn't even no. On the same day, Grayson texts the whole group chat that Ella was his and Cam lost. Cam was like,
Hey, what the heck, Ella?
Nope, Cam, don't even try. She's mine.
Ella, you're dating me. You are my girlfriend.
Ugh, this is so much stress.
How about we let Ella decide who she wants?
Fine. Ella?
I want Cam.
Ha! See? Wait.
Meanwhile, in elementary school, Mitch was dating Natalie, the entire time, so he was probably the best out of all of us. When it comes to Connor, this man really didn't like anyone. But me? Oh boy, I was head over heels for Cassidy. For 2.5 years, I had a massive crush on what was supposed to be my arch nemesis. She was the opposing side's leader in the Boys and Girls War. She was behaviorally my opposite, but I did not care. Long story short, at the end of 4th grade, I asked her to be my girlfriend. She said yes, and I guess I got hit with the tremendous responsibility of having a relationship and then immediately broke up with her. Keep in mind that I was in elementary school. Now, where I come from, we had intermediate school, which is basically just school between elementary school and middle school. This was the school that combined all the other elementary schools into one school, so we met a lot of new people here. I met my best buddy Jake here. Jake was dating his elementary school girlfriend Grace. They had been dating for a very long time. Good for them, right? I also met Emily here. She really liked me for whatever reason. What's your name?
Emily, what's yours?
Harrison. You play Minecraft?
I love that game!
Okay, so then I liked Emily. Emily and I dated throughout 6th grade until Mitch was like,
My turn.
oh, man. So Mitch dated Emily for 3 weeks and then they broke up. Mitch came to class one day afterwards, sat down and was just like,
That one's on me. My bad.
you're good. So then middle school started and I started liking Emily again. I was like, Mitch, I like Emily. I think I'm gonna try to dance with her at the dance this weekend.
You got it, man. You got this.
After going through the rest of middle school without liking anyone, I started to like Nancy Grace. And then Grayson spilled the beans to her behind my back and single-handedly ruined my chances with her. So I was just not really on a good streak. Meanwhile, my buddies all had girlfriends and were thriving through freshman year. And then the breakup apocalypse happened. Bless their hearts, they all lost their girlfriends and were completely single coming into sophomore year. Well, besides Grayson. He found a girl a couple weeks into sophomore year, so good for him or whatever. So this brings us to a Saturday in September of sophomore year, and the boys and I were just chilling and talking at our favorite fast food restaurant, Bo Bangles.
Ugh, that was the longest week of my life.
How? What happened?
I swear, I had a test every day, and I had so much homework.
Same.
Shut up, Jake.
No.
Guys, I got
I found a rabbit.
No, go ahead.
No, you first.
Well, guys, I'm about to have a girlfriend.
Whoa! Who? Mitch, who?
Her name is Piper.
I do not know her.
Yeah, no, me neither.
Yeah, I didn't think any of you would really know her, but, she's pretty nice and cool.
Whoa, well, shoot, man.
So, when are you gonna ask her out?
I don't know, maybe tonight or tomorrow.
Or maybe don't do it at all.
Cam, it's gonna be fine, I promise. You're my best friend. Calm down.
Oh, come on. We're all single, and it was so much fun when it was just the boys having fun with the boys.
Grace is not single.
But, Grayson doesn't count.
Why do I not count?
Cam, buddy, I promise nothing will change. You're still gonna be my best friend. And guys, let me say, I'll always put you guys over her. You guys are my brothers. Therefore, you're more important.
All right, Mitch. That's what I'm talking about.
Jake, you cannot talk.
Hey, I learned my lesson.
Well, Mitch, buddy, good for you, and I hope you keep that mentality, man.
Yeah, you better keep that mentality.
I will, guys. I promise. You don't have to worry about it. No girl is gonna break me away from you guys.
Yes, sir, that's what I like to hear. Love you, brother.
Yeah, I love y'all too.
So if you live in the South like I do, you're pretty much surrounded by sports. People around here love getting a ball and putting it somewhere. I am one of those people. I actually love sports. However, it wasn't always like this. In fact, I used to not care, like, at all. The first ever sport I was forced into was soccer. I was really young when I was pushed into playing soccer. And as a kid, yeah, no, I hated it. I could kick the ball and play the game fine. It was just not fun at all. So, because I did not care, I was awful. So my coach kind of just put me at goalie. Now, with little kids, that ball wouldn't ever come close to the goal. So sometimes in the middle of a game, I would just walk away and play in this creek next to the field. My parents would try to get me back like, Harrison, honey, you have to play the game. No. Harrison, come on, man. Just stand there for your team. No, it's boring. Harrison, no. After all that, my parents finally let me quit soccer, but then they made me play baseball. I didn't really care for sports, so I sucked at baseball for a very long time. Until second grade. In second grade, my dad formally introduced me to football, and... oh man. Dad, I think I'm in love. That next baseball season, I turned it on. I remember this one time they had moved me to third base, and one of my friends on the other team was on second base. I waved to him, and he waved back, and I remember thinking, I really hope I don't have to get him out. Well, the batter hit the ball to me, and I looked at my friend running my way like, I am so sorry. I tagged base to force him out, and he stormed off the field, and he said, you're not my friend anymore. I felt awful, but I was doing the right thing. Gotta do it for the team, you feel me? He didn't talk to me for years. After my second grade season, I was super pumped for the next season. I would practice my throwing all the time with my dad, but one day when I was throwing, I noticed my arm was starting to hurt like heck. I was like, Dad, my arm is killing me. Oh, come on, Harrison. Tough through it. Try again. So my dad took me to the doctor to learn I had a bone cyst in my right arm. After baseball, I immediately went into my favorite sport, football. Now, of course, everyone was telling me how hard it was to be a football player and how hard the practices were and all that. But I didn't care. This was football we're talking about. The best sport in the country. I did not think it was going to be as hard as it was. During the summer, we would practice for 2 hours in 90-degree humid heat almost daily. I would come home like, Mom, I'm dying. Yes, middle school football was rough, but that is nothing compared to high school. When we got to high school, thankfully, we were relatively eased into it. The freshman season could have been a lot worse, but as soon as freshman year was over, we were thrown full throttle into the program. On the first day of varsity workouts, I literally thought I was going to die. I had just had the flu and I came in expecting everything to be fine. Nope, nuh-uh, I was about to die. I sat in the locker room after that workout, panting and dying, when an upperclassman said to me, if you think this is bad, just wait for county fair. What? What's county fair? You'll see, man. You'll see. And see, I did. That April, I learned what county fair was. County fair featured 8 stations in a wide area. In these stations, you would do various conditioning drills that were designed to make you want to die. You got absolutely no rest time in between stations, and the only resting you could do was when you had completed all 8 stations. It was awful. I remember one time I finished the drill, and on the way back to get in line, I looked around and it was just chaos. County fair was enough to make a lot of players just quit, but I stuck through it all. Somehow. I had played football for forever, and I went into sophomore year after my first offseason having had basically the entire painful football experience. And of course, as a sophomore, all I did that season was stand on the sideline. The only time I would ever get time to play on Friday nights was when we would intentionally play an atrocious team on homecoming. So, I was very excited for homecoming. Oh boy. Homecoming. Such a wonderful time. There's the big football game, the big dance, fun dress-up themes all week, and for us here in our Alabama small town, a parade. That's right, a parade. Every year our high school has a massive homecoming parade. It's a lot of fun, the parade is real cool, but The real fun part of the parades is what happens leading up to the parade. Every year, each class in the school is supposed to put together a parade float for the parade, and of course, it's a competition. The floats would be judged and ranked, which of course made my friends pretty invested. We're very competitive people. So, I mean, freshman year, we tried.
I present to you all the class of 2021's freshman homecoming float.
Yeah, our freshman year float was absolutely pathetic. We needed a change. We needed a new leader, and there was no better leader than my own father. My dad had a reputation for directing the creation of 8 straight Christmas parade float winners. He loved making floats and directing the creative ideas behind them, so naturally, my friends all officially declared my dad as the leader. Haha, now we're in business. So on a Sunday evening, Caroline, Nancy Grace, and Grayson, the student council class leaders, showed up to my house and talked to my dad.
Alright, so what's the theme?
Knock out the knockoffs.
Ah, okay. Are they also eagles or something?
Yep.
Ah, well...
So the first thing you think about is like a boxing ring.
Yeah.
That's probably what most of the floats are going to be. So I think we got to think a bit outside the box.
So they started to think outside the box. I didn't feel like I needed to be involved in this, so I was just sitting and listening from afar. They danced around different ideas for about 30 minutes, and I began to just feel hopeless and bored until...
Wait, I think I got it. A carnival.
Grayson.
No, hear me out. You know those carnival games where you have to throw the balls and you try to throw them at the targets?
Yeah.
What if we make a float like that? It's a big carnival game and our eagle is throwing balls at the targets and the main middle target is the knockoff eagle.
Ooh, Grayson, I like that.
Oh yeah, and the whole thing is like carnival themed.
Dad started to draw on his notebook, so then I got pretty curious and started to pay attention.
Alright, how about the eagle, like... right here, and he's throwing it like a wall over here. And and on the sides, there's like, carnival posters with scores from earlier games on them.
Yeah, and ticket stubs.
And they're gonna be like a red and white banner around it.
And they're going to be like stuffed animals and carnival prizes around the actual game.
Oh, and a fortune teller.
Ooh, we can call him Zoltar.
I'm gonna love Zoltar.
I think y'all got it.
I think we got it.
Yeah, let's do this!
So we did it. We made a genuinely amazing float. Beautiful paper mache, perfect decorations, hilarious circus posters, funny fortune teller. It was perfect.
There is no way we lose this.
If we lose, there is something wrong with the judges.
So the parade day finally arrived and we were very confident. We were supposed to be told who the winners were before the parade started, so the audience could see what the winning float was and stuff. But this time...
Okay, they said they're going to announce the winner at the game.
What?
Do they usually not do that?
No, even at school today, they said they would decide before the parade.
Oh no.
I have an absolute awful feeling about this.
So the parade happened and it was fun, I guess. We saw the freshmen's float, which was just small and atrocious and bad. The juniors' float was literally made out of garbage bags. It covered like the entire float. It was terrible. The seniors really didn't have anything to write home about either. It was closer to our freshman year float, and we sure as heck knew that didn't deserve any recognition. On paper, this is an easy decision. We should win by a landslide. So, then it was time for the football game. Everyone gathered in the student section and everyone had a quiet confidence. There was no way we lost. Absolutely no way. Connor was the PA announcer at the game. He would be the one announcing the winner. When halftime finally came, he was given the envelope and was told to begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to announce the winning float of the 2018 Homecoming Parade. Each class had exactly 1 week to build a homecoming float with the theme being Knock Out the Knockoffs. Each class did an amazing job, but there has to be a winner. So ladies and gentlemen, the winning class of the 2018 Homecoming Parade Float Contest is... You've got to be kidding me. The junior class.
Are you kidding me?
Are you serious? Yes. We lost. The director of the parade decided that she thought our float was too good. She took one look at our float and decided it was impossible for a class to have followed the rules and completed the float within a week and also produced something that good. So she gave herself time to talk to the judges and delayed the announcement until that night. With doing that, she successfully eliminated the possibility of the sophomores winning and In short, the class of 2021 got completely
Screwed!
Seriously, that was terrible.
Yeah, I don't even care that much, but that was terrible.
The juniors' float was literally made out of garbage bags.
Which pretty much symbolizes their entire float.
I was so close to tearing that thing to shreds. Ugh, that made me so mad.
I know.
Like, how could...
Next year, we'll show them breaking the rules.
Absolutely not. I'm not following a single rule they put out for next year.
Obviously, our class was extremely frustrated by the results of that parade float contest. We got absolutely hosed. But hey, we knew there was always next year. And next year would be a doozy. One of my best friends, Mitch, did not date Piper for long. In fact, it was a rather short high school relationship. Shortly after the homecoming dance fiasco, Piper and Mitch broke up on good terms after a high school football game. Cam, Mitch's best friend, was ecstatic, and so was the rest of the Hatera gang. We were finally going to get our best bud, Mitch, back. No girl was going to get in the way of fun times with the boys, especially not Piper. It was going to be a great rest of the fall, we thought. And then it was November. Piper had begun to Snapchat me a bit. I did think this was a bit odd considering she was my best friend's ex, but I gave her the benefit of the doubt. She was probably just being friendly. After all, the last time a girl came on to me was... Anyways, it was the first day of November and I was sitting with my buds at lunch. It had been a great day so far, and it was even better now that I was able to chill with the homies. Towards the end of lunch, Grayson, out of the blue, said,
Harrison, are you talking to Piper?
"What? You mean like talking?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I mean, we've had like 2 conversations, I guess."
So you're not talking to Piper?
No. The bell then rang and everyone got up to leave the room. I couldn't let that question just rest without context, though. Whoa, Grayson, why do you ask?
Because you should.
Grayson walked away and I sat there puzzled. Oh boy. I'm supposed to talk to Piper? I don't even know if she likes me. But if Grayson says something about it, then she has to have said something. But even if that's the case, man, I haven't even really thought of her like that. I walked out of the hall still processing all this information when I looked down the hall and saw...
Yeah, you need to talk to her.
But what about Mitch?
Just ask him if he's cool at football this afternoon. I'm sure he'll say yes. I really don't think he cares about that girl anymore.
Holy crap. All right, I guess I'll do it. Oh boy. So, later that afternoon while we were prepping for the game, I went up to Mitch's locker and said, "Hey Mitch." "Huh?" "Hey man, I was told I should talk to Piper, and I kinda want to a little bit, I was wondering if it would be okay if I started talking to Piper." "Yeah, I don't care." "Are you sure, man?" "Dude, we only dated for 3 weeks. You're good. I don't care. You're good, man." "Ah, alright. Are we good?" "Yes, man, of course. Yes, we are good. We're good." "Alright, thanks, bud." So I went back to my locker, sat down, and was kind of just like, well, only one thing to do now. I grabbed my phone, looked her name up, tapped it, and snapped her. Holy crap, dude. Dates are hard.
No, they're not. You just think too much.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Do you think your side went well?
Oh, yeah, totally. I definitely couldn't have done that alone, though. Thank goodness that was a double date.
Yeah. What did y'all talk about when y'all were walking ahead of us towards the end?
Oh, I asked her to be my girlfriend.
You what?
Yeah, I have a girlfriend now.
In 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Oh, you have got to be kidding!
It was late November of my sophomore year, and I had my first girlfriend in years. Let me tell you guys, I had no idea how to handle it. Over the years, my friends had many girlfriends. I had seen it all from the outside. I'd seen great times, terrible times, cheating. I've even seen kissing. Wait. Kissing? Crap! I have never had my first kiss! Oh, man. I gotta kiss this girl. This is Shoot! It was about a week into the relationship when I realized that this was a thing that I was gonna have to do. Sure, it was cool. I was about to get my first kiss, but to get my first kiss, I had to initiate it. Nobody else could. She couldn't. I had to. And on top of that, I had to be good at kissing. As any man terrified of messing up would do, I had to do some research. So one day in class, I decided to interview 2 of my friends that I knew had some experience. Jake, Drew, I need some help.
Huh? What is it?
I need to kiss Piper, and I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to hear it. Just give me some help. Drew and Jake tried their best. The first thing they did was try to explain to me how to kiss someone, which was way too weird. So naturally, Drew pulled out his computer and pulled up a WikiHow on how to kiss a girl. Dude, I do not need a dead-gum WikiHow.
I swear, it'll help. It'll help.
Oh gosh, I hate those pics. Why does he look like that? Oh, dude.
Oh, this part's really important. Okay, now I got this. Okay, so when you go in for the kiss, you have to go 70% of the way there.
70%? Doesn't that seem a bit far?
Nope, 70%. She goes to 30.
By the time you're at 50 or 60, she'll start to lean in. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's true, but still, remember, 70, 30.
Oh boy. Okay, 70, 30.
Alright, I think that's it. I think you get the gist of it. You got this, man. I swear, it just comes naturally. It's like primal monkey instincts.
Uh-huh, okay. I appreciate it, fellas. I had what I needed. I had the basics. Kissing can't be that hard, right? Yeah, I can do this. With my newfound confidence, I decided, hey, you know what? I'm gonna do it tonight.
Heck yeah, man. Look at you.
Yeah, man, you got it.
I thought that we were close to the right moment. It was a cozy, rainy night. We had been taking BuzzFeed quizzes for like an hour, and I was about to leave. I was finna snag that kiss right before I left. I just had to establish the mood.
Last question.
Okay, hurry. I gotta head home after this.
Okay.
Well, I really screwed the pooch there, didn't I? Crap! After that unfortunate timing, I had to pick another time to try to kiss the girl, and I knew exactly when to do it. December 1st. The SEC championship was that day, and I was almost positive that I would be at her house to watch the game. If I sit through the game, wait it out, and kiss her at the end, boom, I got it, I win, should be easy. So, I waited. I went to her house some more, I watched some movies with her, took her on some dates, and I was having a great time. I was spending a lot of time with Piper, but I didn't care. This girl was awesome. This is gonna be the best relationship ever. And then it was December 1st. I woke up on December 1st fired up. Today was the day. I got ready, made myself look presentable, and I hit the road for Piper's house for our viewing of the SEC championship. I got there, promised I would support their team in the championship, and I watched the game go well. That was until...
And the last play of the game, Franz in trouble, can he even get a pass away? Rhodes goes to the end zone, jump ball, incomplete, and Alabama has won.
Well, they lost. This is going to make this whole kiss thing just a tad bit harder. Everyone was sad. I didn't like either of the teams, so I was indifferent, but it definitely lowered my chances for getting a kiss that night. I stayed there post-game and hung out with Piper. Hours passed, and she was still pretty down and out, but I was trying my best to lighten the mood. Eventually, it was curfew time, and I had to leave. But I had not gotten that kiss yet. But, you know what? I was gonna try. Alright, Piper, I gotta go.
Alright.
I leaned up, but I didn't move. We were just sitting on the couch in silence. It was almost like she expected me to do something. My heart started racing. If I was going to do it, it had to be right now. But first, I had to at least look at her. I slowly looked at her, and she immediately looked at me.
Remember, 70, 30.
Let's go! Everything was perfect. After Piper and I had our first kiss, we started to hang out literally all the time. Every single day we were doing something. On top of all this, it was Christmas time, the most magical time of the year. Piper and I watched the Christmas parade together, we went Christmas shopping together, we went to each other's family Christmas events. It was a blast. She gave me a Christmas gift, which I loved, and I gave her a Christmas gift, which I'm pretty sure she liked. It was genuinely my favorite Christmas season of all time, and the whole time, all I wanted to do was just spend time with her. It was awesome. Let me tell you, up to that point, I don't think I had ever been happier. That sounds extremely cheesy, I know, but man, I gotta be honest. I wasn't on cloud 9, I was on cloud, 9 million. I was so deadgum happy, and it didn't seem like it would end anytime soon. I was set! Finally.
Well, I finally got my driver's license, but honestly it couldn't have happened at a worse time. You know, right as I gain the freedom to go anywhere, I find out I really have nowhere to go. My friends, they've pretty much been ghosts. I haven't really seen much of them in weeks. Sometimes I see their cars all together in the neighborhood. I thought it was a carpool of some sort, but I don't think it is. I really don't know what's going on. I hope it's just a fluke. I hope we can get back on track before the summer rolls around, because I can't imagine having to spend it without them.
Get your